In this video, we will show how to configure Citrix Netscaler to use SafeNet Authentication Service SAML for user authentication. So we logged in onto the administration webpage of Netscaler and the administration of SAS. The first thing we need to do is to download the SAML certificate and load it on the Netscaler. So once you downloaded the certificate on your desktop, you can go here to load it on the Netscaler and upload it. So we select the CRT file. And now that the certificate is inside Netscaler, it can be used for the SAML authentication. So you probably already have a Netscaler gateway configured, but in this case, we are just going to create one from scratch. We're going to give it an IP address and a name. I don't have a certificate for this virtual server, so I'm just going to create a test certificate, which is going to create a certificate warning when we try to access the web page, but it does not have any impact on what we are doing for SAML here. So here we select SAML for authentication, and we are going to give a name to this configuration. We select the certificate that we just uploaded, and you're going to need to paste the HTTP post URL in here, and the username, the issuer name field must be filled with a value that will need to match what we're going to configure in SAS in a minute. All right, so we are done. The virtual server is configured. So the next step is to configure the SAS to accept authentication from Netscaler. So we're going to add a SAML service provider. We need to select that we are going to create a new metadata file, and we need a name for the service provider, so we just put Netscaler. We need an entity ID, which is the issuer name that we configured in Netscaler, and location needs to be the name of the URL of the virtual server /cgi/SAML auth, and you can get this information in our integration doc. Next, we need to add 9 return attributes. So you'll get the list of return attributes from the documentation, but I created this text file so it's easier to copy and paste as we do the configuration. So you copy all these return attributes, which are required by Netscaler to be able to identify users as they log in according to the SAML protocol. And then for each of these attributes, we're going to map them to attributes that we have for the users in SAS. Okay. And one more thing is that you can customize the user experience when they log in. So we're just going to check the checkbox and leave the rest by default. So the last step is to assign a SAML provider to a user so that user can authenticate. And that's usually done through group membership, but we do it manually here just to make it simpler. So now this user, SAS user 1, can authenticate to Netscaler using SAML. So we browse to the virtual server. Now we browse to the web server, and the user is redirected to the IDP website. You enter username and you can click on Remember Me, which means that you won't need to enter your username again. Click on Login. And now you can select the push to authenticate with your mobile phone, or in this case, we're just going to copy and paste a one-time password. And you're authenticated to the Netscaler, again using SAML managed by SAS. And if you go to the snapshot, you can see the authentication activity for this user using mobile pass and the IP address it was coming from.